So once you have an IT strategy, you need to start making goals that support and accomplish this IT strategy. Now, for each strategy item, you should have maybe 1 to 3 goals to help you meet that strategy. A couple of goals could be to one, create an automation tool that's a chat bot, so that when a potential customer gets onto the website, there are a list of questions that they can answer to get some frequently asked questions answered. Or another goal could be to have a platform that allows for your employees that actually are your agents that talk to these customers every day to get a historical information about those customers, so help with those relationships. Each of your goals that are associated with the strategy must be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. You have to be specific as to what you're trying to achieve. You have to be able to measure to ensure that you are actually achieving that goal. It can't be vague. It has to be a percentage, an amount, something that you can write down that you can measure against. It has to be achievable, but not so easily achievable. So you have to be able to do it, but you have to sometimes maybe stretch a little bit to be able to achieve it so that you're continuing to grow. It has to be relevant. So you should not have a goal that is not associated with that strategy, or else why are you pointing it to that strategy? So it must be relevant, and it has to be time bound, because when it's time bound, then you know that you have a timeline to complete it in, so you're not just trying to achieve this goal till your business is done, or every day forever and ever. Because you have to remember, your strategy is only good for about 5 years, so your goals have to be less than that 5 years. Because if you have 1 to 3 goals per strategy item and you have 5 years to complete your full strategy, then your goals have to be able to fit in that time frame so you can move on from goal to goal to goal to meet your full-on strategy. Next, because your goals are SMART, they end up becoming projects, because you need to make sure that you are achieving that goal, that you are measuring appropriately, and you're progressing the way that you should, that is still relevant to that overall strategy in your business operations, that it is completed in the time that it needs to be completed in. So it becomes a project, and therefore it probably should have a dedicated project manager to make sure that that goal / project is being completed. If this is a important strategy and therefore an important goal associated with a very important piece of your strategy, then you should have someone who is tracking that goal, that project, to its end to make sure it is reached. And if it's not going to be reached, it gets escalated to management as appropriate. So if you end up with too many goals, like you're thinking about one of your strategy items and you think of goal after goal after goal, and then you end up with about 5 or 6 goals, you need to think to yourself, okay, I don't need all these goals. So do I scratch these goals because they are associated with a different strategy? Do I push these goals out and it's the associated strategy to another time frame? Or are these goals really similar to another goal that I've already written?